Morning everyone, Chris at the Toy Box. Came here every day again last week, almost every day, and finished up a bunch of stuff here. And now today is the 30th of October, so it's the final day, and thankfully, I don't like that, I shouldn't say thankfully, I don't like that Halloween is on Monday this year, because, you know, we do it for the kids have school on Tuesday, and can't go as late as some would want on a Monday. But that's okay, because we can set up on Sunday today. So again, we came here last week and we built a couple more platforms. We put some final touches on some things. And I just put this moss, for example, on this little grave site that we built. But we're going to take everything over to my house today and set everything up. So on Monday, I could probably leave work a little early. All I have to do is turn everything on. We need to attach this still. This little light, we took this from one of the other poison props over there because it's going to look better over here. But this is the new spew. So we built a box to contain all of the controllers and speakers.
The new spew.
And we bolted them to this 4x4 platform that y'all saw us make last week. And then we put this one together real quick. This is the graveyard scene. Had the idea of taking this burlap and putting some great stuff underneath it to kind of give it a mound or a grave type look. And then we painted it up. And then I just got done adding all this moss here to kind of seal it in. And then you see that little grave site over there. I added some moss there too just now. But we had this grave site to kind of help disguise the box that I made that also houses all of the electronics and pneumatics for these four guys. So I got there's only one here that actually has an eye, an activation point. That's the gravedigger guy. Everything else is either static, like these two, or this guy, which is pneumatic, but he just kind of goes on a pattern, a sequence. So this was a pretty easy box to make. I had made that manifold over there, put a strip over here, and everything should be good to go. And then same thing as all the other ones, just a one plug and play deal, so all the electrical and all the air get plugged in right there. So we elected to not use these little screw-in bolts that we had, and now we're going to put in these big guys. All this is going to do is help us get it on to the trailer, which honestly we don't even know if this is going to work. We built these things, and some of them are bigger than others. Like this one, for example, is not going to be too bad because this is the new design. Oh, here's those other deals I was telling you about. So these are just screwed in there. I don't trust this. So we're going to end up replacing those. Anyway, some of the props are 12-foot platforms, and they weigh, I got to say, probably 1,500 pounds. There's a lot of weight on there, a lot of wood. And I don't have all the confidence to expect them not to break. So that's gonna suck if we did all this for nothing and it ends up breaking on the loading up process. But the bolts that we're gonna be installing down here and the winch that we installed on the trailer, that should help pull them up. So I'm hoping that we can transport these things without any problem. So I'm gonna put this down. We're gonna do some finishing stuff on here, and then I will probably do a time lapse for the setting up at my house. So we ended up replacing those little screw eyelets, these ones that are bolted in, so that makes me feel a lot better. I was a little worried about those. This is going to be our tow strap, or tow rope, that will end up pulling the entire prop up. So these eyelets on the end here are going to be grabbed by the winch, which the boys are finishing up right now. And then we should, in theory, just be able to slowly pull it up the ramp. And again, each one of these is probably 1,000 pounds. That's the main reason for doing this. These are 8-foot ramps that come out of here. You know, they go to the ground, of course, and then that winch down here will just slowly pull the props up. This made things a lot easier, not building fences around each prop. This doesn't look as cool, but it makes the construction of it a lot more simple. We got this door built and hinged on there. Okay, I'm gonna pull this guy out. I want to do everything in the street because last time we ended up screwing up our floor here, and I don't want to do it on the fresh asphalt. So we're gonna sacrifice the city street. It's pretty steep. I think it'll be fine though.
Want me to make my ramp?
Let's try this first.
Yeah.
Worst case, and then we make them. So because of this height right here, we have concerns over this bottoming out. But we should be okay. You think of this, cuh?
Pretty nasty.
That T-Rex sounds nasty.
That thing rumbling.
You like that? What's it?
You can't get the black in there.
I got one on. No problem. Yeah, we just gotta do this. Do it like that.
Just like that, guys. So angle irons
Yeah, next time.
next time.
Still at them right now. I mean,
Yeah, we just don't have time to make them.
Yeah, well, that and I mean, you gotta go get them. Takes a long time to install them.
just gotta get them to the site.
What's that?
The actual wireless you built for this too.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice. We
You
can do
wanna
it
do
here
the front
too.
ones?
Tape boy, tape boy.
Tape.
I think yours is kind of full of massive.
It's stuck on the.
We're good. Keep going. Just
back.
pull. Just hold the trigger down.
More.
Yeah, just hold the trigger down.
Hold on!
Hang on.
This side should probably go out.
You guys got it?
Go the opposite way.
Yeah, let her down. We gotta move this one over a little bit.
Hey, hold the button down.
Ready?
Yep. Just hold it. We'll adjust. All the way. Keep holding it.
You got the back?
Careful on it's gonna come off.
I think that was a success. That was so much easier than loading them out of that.
That guy's good.
Did that thing even tweak?
No.
So now we
this thing didn't move at all. That's good.
Down.
As long as we don't like feather the trigger, we're fine.
Here, short
Yeah,
guys.
when we were.
Yeah, tighten that up. Yeah. This is really cool having these like this.
Take 3 guys with you then, Christopher.
Alright.
And we'll stage the rest of the stuff here.
Got the first load on here, 2 of the new props. This winch really came in handy. I thought we'd be able to do it without it, but I don't think we can. These things are extremely heavy. So we got these things all strapped down. We had these pieces of wood here to take some of the brunt of that metal rope, but Pa made this little piece here real quick. This will work a lot better. So the rope will be on the outside of that. This will just sit on there like this. It's pretty like that. Yeah, we can probably make like a dozen of them. I'm sure we'll chew through them until we get metal ones. Before we make our first run, I want to show this guy off. Here's how he ended up. Had to cut off this leg so it wouldn't stick out. You know, you don't want kids or something walking by and hitting their shin or calf on it. So I cut that off and I bolted it. And again, we took this light from another prop that I think this will look really nice. I'll light up the whole thing. We'll put some water in here, put some food coloring in there, make it brown or green or whatever we want. I'm still tripped out by the color of the flesh on the tube. Or I should say the flesh color of the tube on this guy. Alright, we're gonna make one trip. You ready?
I'm going with
I don't know.
I suppose.
Your back okay?
No, my back's killing me, Chris.
Half the spirit. load number 2. It's nice having this larger trailer. We can get a lot more stuff on one trip versus making multiple trips. She ain't going nowhere. Along with making this all portable, we have to have these generators on hand too, so we can have power on site. So I gotta fill up all of these things and the truck, which is not cheap, with premium non-oxy fuel. Jesus. I guess they limit it to $175 per transaction, so I gotta do a second one because only that's filled up along with these two. Not bad, just under 16 bucks. Basically, it was like 190 bucks to fill up this truck and those canisters. I put most of that on the truck, of course. Okay, so I'm gonna head back to the toy box. We picked up some lunch here real quick, and then we'll do another trip. I think we have 2 more after this, and then we should have everything on site, and then I can start staging it. Okay, 1 more load after this. So we're gonna have, all right, I'll move it. Some guys are gonna stay here and load. I'm gonna go grab 1 more final load with some of these dudes, and then it'll be good to set it up. It's getting kind of late, 5 o'clock already. All right, y'all, this is the first night of setup. This is the biggest, I think I said this already, but this is the biggest display we have put on here. We're gonna call it a night. Guys are getting tired, it's 7 o'clock now. So we got a lot done today. There's still a lot yet to be done because we don't have any electrical lines here that I'm finding. I thought they were in our big bins, but we're not seeing them. So I gotta go to the toy box tomorrow, bright and early. I need to get some fog fluid. One of the valves, the witch actually, it's broken, so I need to replace that. And I need to grab a whole bunch of electrical lines, and I kind of want to make another like dozen or half a dozen fence pieces. I'm not gonna have time to do that because I do have to get some work done, but this was a lot of work today, a lot more than I thought it was gonna be. There's 1 more prop still at the toy box too, now that I think about it. But I'll do another video tomorrow. I was hoping to do one tonight showing it all, but I'll just come back. I'll just come home early tomorrow and get everything tied up and running as it should. So I'm gonna call it a night, and I'll pick this back up in the morning. All right, it's about almost 5 o'clock. Should get some trick-or-treaters here pretty soon. I gotta take the music out still, but this is just a dry run through the setup without anything being on. So we'll start over here on the left side. You got the PaFur haunt here. This guy just talks about rules, tells a couple ghost stories, has a nice light above him that shines down on him, and he's kind of the greeter of the haunt. We're gonna come over here. You'll get hit by Frankenstein guy. He's usually center stage, but we decided to put him right at the entrance of the trail this year. Then we got Stank Hollows. This is full of weirdos, zombies, and this dude using the restroom. So this door we programmed the boo box to just come in and out every 30 seconds or so. It's got some toilet paper. I think there's some
in the newspaper.
There's some Mad magazines in here and stuff like that. Some reading material for him to look at. He makes some grunts and groans, sounds and stuff like that. And then next to this dude, this guy just bangs his head. Added some blood there. It's kind of sticky, actually. It's not good, but that's okay. We'll make it work. And then this dude just kind of hangs out on the bottom. And then we have this skull guy just kind of take up some void space between these 2 props. And then we created this one this year. You guys all watched those videos where we put this from an idea to what you see here. So these guys come out, this guy comes down, and I added, you guys probably didn't see this, but I added a bunch of moss to this here, just kind of give it some effects there. Got the RIP in the background, and Jessica, of course, up here putting out the vibe. Create a bunch of these fence pieces to put between, get some separation between the props. Got Grendel here. One of you guys comments all the time. This is your favorite, so he made an appearance this year. We'll get him on a stage like this, I think, next year. Then we made this just this last week. This is, again, we just had props out of our imagination. Decided to make a graveyard scene. So I took these burlap sacks and I just put them on here, and I filled them up, the void up with some great stuff foam. Threw some paint on there, threw some moss, and it looks, I think, like a nice, freshly dug grave. These guys are static; they just rock back and forth, and this guy shoots straight up. You'll see all this when I do a run through.
That's not a real shovel.
It is a real shovel. Next, this guy's new over here. The puke, the spew 2, they call them. Close this up. This is the box that we made for it. So all he does I got some water in here. I got some food coloring coming. But he does just what he looks like he does. He just throws up. He kind of regurgitates, goes back. Again, you'll see this when I put everything on. Here is our air supply, because we need enough CFM to power all this. So we made these platforms this year, these little 4x4 power stations, if you want to call them that, with some nice quieter generators, and then a manifold that allows us to hook up multiple air lines, because we only have the one line coming up to the stall air, one for this side and one for the other side. So that one actually goes across the driveway and feeds the right side of the scene. So this is our air supply for all of this stuff, and one of the power stations for this half of the yard. Once they come this way, they'll be hit by this dude who's getting electrocuted. He's pretty violent. And then this one's my favorite. This is the witch. She'll come out about 10 feet, 12 feet, something like that. She'll come right at you. Comes right about 10 feet out, actually. She's really pretty gruesome. She's my favorite because she has these random head movements where even though she's not triggered by anything, she'll just be, twitching her head, and you'll think she's looking at you and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Okay, then they'll make their way up towards the front. We just built these fences about 2 hours ago, so they're already starting to warp. Look at that crap. I'm gonna have the fire pit going just to kind of have some warmth up here. Then I could be sitting right here, or whoever could be sitting up here just looking at everything and just passing out candy. And as they get to the candy bowl right here, they'll be hit by Helga, the fortune teller. She's really cool because she also has some random twitches on her, to her. Let's close this up a little bit. There you go, baby. You gotta look presentable. There you go. Here's those skulls I was looking for. And got the fence pieces going back out towards the exit. You can see we didn't get half of them stained, but front side is stained. On the way out, they'll be hit by the Cycle family. So Bruce, the baby, Face Off, and the hair pole chair babe, they'll be hit by that. And then this dude who needs some work, I think he has to get a solenoid or two replaced. He's been acting weird the last couple years, I mean. And here's a new one for this year that we put together a couple weeks ago. We got the Hunchback, Crazy Hanging Babe, and then little Cycle dude who just thrashes around. I put all this fake blood on here. That stuff's pretty gruesome looking. It came out late last night and splashed some more on all these props. This is one of my favorite stages or scenes, just because it looks really cool, well done. And then you see we didn't stain these two fence pieces, but we got Double Trouble and this electrocution guy. I separated him from the rest because he has the same audio track and it's really quite annoying. So I put him on the end just to kind of hit the residuals. So that's with everything off. We'll go around, turn on the generators, turn on the compressor, and see if we have any problems.
I run out of water.
I know, I can put some more in there. Splashed a little bit. Someone's gonna see us, they're walking up. Dude banging his head on the wall. Okay, we didn't get foggers on. I see that piston's getting tired.
Dad, Cousin's afraid because of the witch.
He is?
Yeah.
That's okay. Okay, so here's everything up and running, volume and everything. So this guy telling stories.
Get out! Go home and lock your doors and climb under the covers. Now I know what it feels like to be gone!
That's the run through during the day. It's pretty insane. I think we did a really good job. Now I'm gonna go get ready, put on a costume, and then we'll just wait for kids to come.
Hey guys, not bad, huh?
It may just try to keep you here.
That's Helga.
I didn't think it did anything, and then it started shooting.
Oh yeah. His job was to bring green food color. He brought red. Yeah.
kind of a dead man waiting to live.
Alright guys, it's 9:45 right now. I'm gonna call this video here. Hope you can hear me. I gotta turn everything off and just call it a night. We're gonna take all this stuff down tomorrow. It's gonna be probably took us about 18 hours, I want to say 11 hours yesterday, about 6 hours today, maybe 17, 18 hours to set this up. I bet it'll take us maybe 5 to 6 to take everything down. We got a lot of stuff here. So this is gonna take a while. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun for one day, it's okay. But alright, I'm gonna end this video here. As always, I appreciate you watching. Stay tuned for more videos. Thanks.